Hi, Lukey here. We're going to be doing a beginner guide for Blue Fire Unrestricted Any Percent. This is run on the current patch of the game. Alright, so we're going to get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play on File 1, and we're going to be playing on regular difficulty. So now, as soon as you hit confirm, you're gonna basically just mash escape on your keyboard until this menu appears. And then we can quit to main menu and enter the file proper. This skips the entire intro cutscene and lets us get into the file with just about 2 seconds on the clock. Then we're gonna move to like the corner of this door, preferably to the left, and we're gonna do what's called a rising dash, which is basically where you jump and then you dash into a wall, but your dash has to come out like before the peak of your jump. Like that. And it means you jump a little higher, which is crucial here for getting up there. You're also going to want to aim your stick like slightly towards the back wall, just so the ledge grab works. Jump up here, and then our first clip out. So what we're going to do is we're going to face as straight forward as we can, stand a little back from the wall, and then we're going to backflip by pressing back and jumping. And then we're going to dash into this, like, as we touch the ceiling. Holding jump. And this might take, like, a couple tries. But as long as you, like, only tap dash instead of holding it, you'll pop out right here. So then what we can do is line up with the beam there in the distance. And basically just jump for it. Land on, like, an invisible platform. And from there, we can, like, use our slash to slightly extend our jump, or, you know, just make it on top of this hallway. Then we're going to land in this corner. And you can walk along this edge. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to walk backwards, dash, and then with our coyote time, we're going to try to get our jump out as late as possible, going under this hallway, and then landing on the right. So it's going to look like this. Further, we just like dash around these doors, touch this very corner, and void out here. It's going to put us in this room and let us play with the slugs. Now the slugs are going to be crucial because we're going to be using them to fly upwards. Basically, this game lets you target enemies, and once you're targeted, you can dash towards them. What that means is if we slash a slug off of our head, they're going to be above us, which means we can dash upwards, and then if we cancel that target, we will continue our dash upwards and fly as far as the momentum will carry us. So it's going to look like this. Now I use a pause to make the on target a little easier. But basically, all you're going to want to do is watch for the red circle on the slug, then jump. You're going to, as you descend, hit the slash button, and then immediately you're going to target, dash, and pause. Like that. Now you're going to want to get the hang of this a little bit here first, because our next spot is over here. We're going to ledge grab this, just to set up our angle, target, and then press A on your keyboard, enough to have Umbra fully turn around, target again. And then with target held, we can jump up here, and then do the same, like, backflip into dash inputs to clip out here. Now this can soft lock, but as long as you set up your angle beforehand, it should be good. So we're going to make our way over here, and we're going to be jumping up there. So again, just with a slug DDC, making our way up here, and just dropping down here. Walk to behind, like, this mud pile over here, against the wall, and then drop against this wall. That's going to put us over here, letting us move on with the rest of the level. And we can use another slug DDC if you're good at these to get over here. Alternatively, you can just climb the boxes, and as soon as you get to this corner, you're going to look like up left, and then you can target the lever actually, and just jump up. Now you could just hit this lever. Alternatively, we can press photo mode first and then slash right after to have the lever trigger during photo mode. This lets us actually close out of it and basically just move during the cutscene, forcing us to pause like one more time extra just to free our movement. And then we can jump up there on the box. Gonna just move over here. Slashing out of our dash lets us move downwards just a little sooner. Just tiny optimizations. And then we're gonna grab this checkpoint and equip our spoils. Double dash. Let's just dash twice, as the name implies. And the recharge icon is in the top left. So just gonna make our way over here. Do the same lever tech over here. Waiting for the camera to move first before unpausing. And hit both of them. That's gonna be it for FK. And now we're gonna immediately press right, target. And this one's much less precise. You just basically jump up here to this rock, and then you do the clip inputs again of backflip into dash. And, you know, usually you'll clip out. So then we're gonna move over here. This is all solid. And dash into the DLC trigger. DLC is a little spooky. There's enemies that do way too much damage. And we're going to be doing our best to avoid them at all costs. So just dashing. And usually we want to jump dash so that we don't drag along the floor. Makes us just a little faster. Even on flat ground, it's faster to jump dash. And for these jump dashes, we have to like release jump before dashing. Otherwise, we get like an upwards dash, basically. Maybe not the the best place to show this off. We're gonna move over here to this corner and do our clip inputs again. It's gonna get us out here. Sometimes you'll get over here, but you can just, you know, find a floor and jump. Then make our way onto these specific rocks and jump up here. We're going to be doing something a little tricky. We're going to be jumping onto this goop. It does not do a lot of damage. However, we do need to be a little fast. Going to be jumping on here. And then we need to like jump a little after we took our damage so that we can like land and take damage at the same time. And then as you can see, like as you start descending again, you can jump. And then that lets you just like dash onto the ceiling here. And then from the ceiling, we're gonna make our way over here, climb onto this scoop, which should give you iframes to just cross across this. And then here we're gonna make sure that the barrels in this next room are loaded, like that. We're going to be targeting them and then dashing up towards them. And this ensures that we respawn inside the room, like that. And just fall down. And you do have 2 heals on the bottom left if you do need them. Just press like up on the D-pad. Then we're going to grab the chest on the right, which is actually shown in the window here, that's the sword. I'm going to equip them. Moving with the right stick through the menu to just go that little bit faster. And then we're gonna save. Necessary save, by the way. And then back to main menu. Flashing confirmed to enter file 1. And that's gonna put us in FK, or firekeep, with the void swords. These do about... Actually, not about. They do exactly 10 times the damage that we're supposed to have right now. Which is a little nice. A little overkill, I guess. And we're simply just gonna make our way through tunnels. Nothing too staggering here. There is a little jump here that you can do. Just using Coyote time again to land on this lip here. But it's not required, and you can just talk to Orb if you need to. Go over here. We don't need this checkpoint. In these rooms, I do urge you to make sure the way is clear before you dash, especially on these spikes. If you do, like, jump early and you think you're going to get hit, do not press your dash, because you can actually take damage and then still dash. If you dash beforehand, you will not have a dash, you will not make it, and you will respawn at the start of the room. It is brutal. Alright, we're going to talk to Orib. We're only going to spam confirm buttons, just to make sure that we, like, actually progress his dialogue. Or basically wants us to pay him double because we do not have money right now. We're okay with that because we're never going to talk to him again. And up next, we're going to go grab an ability a little early from where you're supposed to get it. I'm going to move over here, hit this lever. And basically just climb this ladder just a little bit to be able to make this jump. This convenient pipe here for us to climb along. Gonna make our way to that goop over there, which is, with double dash, relatively easy. Just jump up here, use a dash if you need to, and then we're gonna stand on this pole. And if we dash into the goop on our left, we'll then still have our jump, which is the same rule of, like, as you start descending, you can jump again. So we're gonna do that, and be able to reach that glitch grab. Now this is spin fight. It's gonna be 4 hits per big guy. Trying to avoid this, like, third slash that we have, which actually does less damage, interestingly enough. And then just claim your spoils. So now we're going to be able to jump across here, charging spin, if we need it. And then by landing behind these, like, pillars on the sides, we'll actually respawn all the way over here. Now there's a little piece of tech we're going to need here to get all the way up there. Spin is fine and all. It gives us plenty of height, but we're speedrunners. We want more. So by pressing dash twice in the air, you can kind of notice that Umbra stutters at the end. We're going to abuse that while on the ground, or, like, it only works when doing things like uphill or on a flat ground. But we're going to press dash twice and then press spin. And that's going to let us fly up. This will, like, basically make the game forget to uncap Umbra's, like, speed. But we can still press, like, slash or jump to get out of it. And then on here, we're going to do the same thing. Just hitting this lever and flying up. Now this cutscene will make you fall down. So if you're scared, just wait out the cutscene before you fly up. And then we're going to make our way over here. Use double dash and, like, a spin here, and then we need to hit this checkpoint. It is absolutely crucial. So then we're going to be able to make our way over here. A little optional spin fly. Just waiting for the door to open. And now, we're going to not press the camera buttons. We're only going to press slash to charge a spin, target to lock our direction, and then we're going to jump up here. Stand like around here, just on the like second stair, I guess. And then we're going to do a spin fly up. And as we're about to hit the ceiling, you want to backflip again with the like jump. And then dash as you hit the ceiling. So that's going to look a little something like this. It's going to clip you straight through. We can charge spin again. Jump over the goop. Make sure to stay in the middle of the path because these ceilings are curved, which can be a little misleading. And then we can just jump over to this lip and make our way to the loading zone. Gonna put us straight into Yutha's temple, at which point we're gonna be able to fly up here with either a DDC or another spin fly, whichever your heart desires. Our end goal is gonna be up there by the spikes. So just going up here, trying to hold our camera as straight as possible, and heal if you need to. Then we're gonna do clip inputs again, making sure to tap dash. So then we can just jump again, double dash and spin to make it across that gap, and spin fly up another time. And this is going to let us get all the way on top of the entire level. One important thing to note is that you want to drop down here. There's a loading trigger that you need to hit, otherwise you will not be able to exit the level. Skipping over the boss fight, and then the trigger should be right here. This is going to give you the Temple of God's key, and also open up the way to Temple Gardens. Open up the gate right in front of us. And then we're just going to make our way up here. Just open the door. But before we enter, we do have to make one quick trip, side trip. We're going to want to grab one of these slugs on our head. And then we're going to try to get down to one full heart, or like less. So we're going to wait for them to like do their little attack animation. We're going to get them off our head and then have them jump on us again. So now while we're at 1 HP, the next one will kill us. So we're going to move the slug as close to the loading zone as we can. Something like this. I like to jump. And then we're going to walk in to the loading zone right next to the slug. This means they're going to jump at us, kill us while we're transitioning. And by doing this, we can like confirm our death after we have transitioned through the room. This will confuse the game into doing all sorts of things wrong. But basically what it means is we now have 2 areas loaded at once. So we're going to come up here, jump on this, and then again just do clip inputs, backflip into dash, and then basically just going to make our way over here and fly up one more time. There's a gap here that doesn't have any goop. There's also a couple more riskier strats, riskier routes. but this is the safest by far. Basically just gonna make our way over here. Landing into this trigger. So now all that's left is queen fight. And queen fight with void swords is very simple. All we're gonna do is charge spin. And every time we have like an attack opportunity, we're gonna spin attack and do 3 hits. That's it. Now I like to stay close. You can kind of do whatever. There's a little like bonus strat. You can damage boost into the shield before she starts expanding it. And that lets you just get to her a little faster. Yeah, just dodging the attacks. Doing spin 3 every time. You can get more hits, so be careful that you only do 3 hits. Now for phase 2, we're going to stand as far away as we can. Jumping every time to like make her miss her attacks. And now going into phase 3. We're going to do spin 3 one more time, and then we're just going to kill her. She's going to spawn somewhere. The real one has like 4 arms, which should make it easy enough. She also spawns later, the real one. So then we're going to do jump, spin 3. And then if we get 2 bonus hits, it skips phase 4 entirely. That's the entire game. I want to thank y'all for watching. Good luck on the runs. And maybe I'll see you in an advanced guide.